They want us to think that we're an insignificant speck of dust, but let me tell you, we are so much more than dust in the wind.
At least 4 billion useless eaters will be eliminated by the year 2050.
I'm still waiting for somebody to show me gas pressure without a container.
I personally don't believe anything they say, right down to the God they claim they worship.
None of the math adds up.
You could stack up all their math books, all their science books, and even put all their degrees stacked up on top of that, and you still wouldn't be high enough to see the curvature.
This is exactly why grounding is so important.
We see too far.
We're just regular people who know we're being lied to. We're tired of it.
The bottom line is, there's only one choice left, and that's to dismantle this whole thing from the top down.
Oh, shit.
What up?
It worked. Here we are. Tonight's going to be fucking fun. It's going to be a good one, man.
Oh, man.
Been waiting on this one for how many weeks? Got sick, fucking almost died. Was resurrected after 3 days. And Sir Escanor is here tonight. But before we get into all that shit, don't forget to go to phoneboothpodcast.substack.com where you got our podcast, a bunch of friends' podcasts. It's all there, uncensored. They let you put basically whatever you want up there, so we don't have to cut anything out. Not that we really do anywhere, but then it gets restricted more. Yeah. And, of course, if you want some awesome fucking T-shirts, go check out our merch store. It's linked there. Everything's there. We got coffee cups. We got a bunch of shirts to start great conversations. So I suggest you go do that. That'll be a great thing. Great thing. And then, Bill, where else do we go?
Can-Am Bullion. Go to canambullion.com where you can find all your bullion, your silver, your gold, your coins, your bars, everything.
And platinum.
And
platinum too.
I always forget about platinum. I don't know why.
Isn't it funny how much lower platinum is now than gold when you look at the prices?
Remember back in the day, it was like
all those rappers
grill.
Are fucking regretting it now. That's what I'm saying. They're regretting it. Fucking gonna go.
Yeah, where we at now? We're it's 68.43. Okay, it's up a little bit. You know, gold's up a little bit.
It's bobbling. It's bobbling. Just get yourself some gold, silver. You know, nothing's gonna save everything, but it's just a hedge against the bullshit. That's all. Sure. That's all. That's all we say. Not financial advice. Just
definitely
use your brain.
Not that.
So, yeah. Don't listen to us about anything. Anyway, so what is up, fucking Escanor? Holy shit. You're using a camera too. You got the awesome dog in the background.
Yeah. Where is he? Pugsley.
Pugsley. Okay. It's original.
What's going on?
Dude, it's been years, I could say, or at least a year.
Years?
I was in Greece last time, wasn't I?
Yes, I believe so. And we were faceless, I believe, at the time.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, we were just using emoji or,
Felt like a lifetime ago.
I know. What's been going on in the world of Escanor since then? I mean, gosh, dude, you're showing your face now. You're still traveling all over the fucking world. You're still pissing every single person on Twitter
off. Single person off.
Well,
about 4 Bucks attempts later, I'm still here. We're still good.
Yeah. Oh, so they've been trying to get your ass off, huh?
Oh, yeah, it's hilarious, dude. The stories are fucking, the imagination of these people is something.
Yeah, dude, like, you got a lot of enemies, man. Like, we used to kind of be in that kind of part of town, but then things happened, life happened, and, fucking touch grass and whatever the fuck else.
Shit changed.
Shit changed, right?
But
yeah,
you took the reins, dude. You're fucking, man, I gotta say, everybody's after you, dude. You can't get in a space without fucking people piling on you, and, like, it's just wild.
I know. You know what's crazy, dude? Like, I'm just always in the thick of things. It doesn't matter who did what, who's an asshole, who's not an asshole. Escanor has to be somewhere. It's always, I don't know what to tell you guys, man. It's just what I do, I guess.
And they keep trying to dox you. I see you and Nemos are going at it. He's trying to dox you.
Yeah, he doxed me as like, dude, the picture he posted of that dude, if you look at the guy's hands, There's like I'm Greek, right? I'm a little tanned. The guy's hands, because he's arrested, they look like they were dipped in fucking bleach, like Casper the Friendly Ghost. I'm like, dude, that's supposed to be me, bro. Like, I don't know. You got to do better than that, dude.
So they keep trying to pin you as a criminal, basically, right? Is that what it is?
But you know what the best part is of all of this? I've openly said that I've been to jail numerous times on X bases. I don't give a flying fuck. Just ask me and I'll tell you. We don't have to. We don't have to invent stories. You're selling drugs from Colombia to Greece, Mossad, the fucking. Know what's going on anymore, dude. Like construction kingpin. All this shit. I was apparently. Look how crazy they are. So, the prior docs. This should just to show you how funny it is. I was apparently some 64-year-old dude in New Jersey that was tried for construction bribes and all that, right?
You look good for 64, bro.
No.
Right.
So when I mentioned that, I'm like, you know what? I look pretty fucking good for 64 years old. You know what the response was? It's because you drink adrenochrome. That's why you look.
Yeah, I
no,
knew that was
dude.
coming. I knew it was
I'm
coming.
like,
Are
okay,
you
I'm putting up the
serious?
gloves. This conversation is over.
Wow.
There's no winning this conversation. It's over. We're back to La La Land, guys.
Just so everybody knows, we forgot to tell you in the very beginning, at 30 minutes, we are cutting the feed on Twitter, and it'll only be on our Substack. Go check it out there.
Yes.
And then, it'll be out as an episode Monday. But if you want to follow along and still comment, go there. Anyway, yes. Of course you drink baby blood, Escanor. You went to mystery schools. You did all of it, bro. All of it.
It's how
I
you
just
know
want to
so
know,
much.
like, we're going to get into a lot. I just want to know one thing, honestly. This is the most important question to me. How do you pick who you're going to go after? Or do you feel like they pick you?
Okay, that's funny you say that. I've been this way for a long time now. I don't particularly decide. I guess I go where I go. I let the doors open on their own. I don't press situations. If I get information on somebody, I don't run to post. I don't do none of that. I just archive, wait, and things just. The timing happens on its own when you let it happen, rather than try to force the situation. And it's been working for me ever since, guys. I don't know what else to say, right?
Yeah, because you're like fully fucking armed. Like these people, you know what I mean? Like it's like they're coming in hot, and you're just like, yeah, that's nice, and you just fucking annihilate them, dude. And
I know. It's something. It's. I wish I could watch as a bystander sometimes. It's like
wild, dude.
poke
It's a
the
great
bear.
show.
It's a good show. It's funny too. The entertainment value is where it's at.
And you got like diligent denizen now. You're going after, or he's going after you, or
Going
what the
after.
fuck?
Look, dude. I don't hate the guy, right? Like there's some people I don't like, but there's some people I guess. I'll give you an example. Like Ian Carroll, I know he's controlled up, dude, but I could have a conversation with him. I'm not gonna want to give him an uppercut and rip his head off. Like we could have a talk. It'll be cool. I know you're fucking controlled, but we could still have a convo. Other people, they just make me sick to my fucking stomach. It's just not the same vibe, right? With Diligent, I'm somewhere in between. He doesn't bother me, but what he's doing is so fucking dirty, and I'm the only person with the balls and the ability to shut him up and make him listen and do what he has to do, right? So I guess I have to do this. It's always taken upon Escanor to do everything for everybody, right? At all fucking times.
What's he
So,
doing? What's going on with him?
Look, dude, there's a bunch of weird shit, but the main concern that bothers me is that he's shilling a fucking shitcoin with like a fucking shitcoin with an anonymous team, anonymous founders. We don't know where it is. We don't know nothing. It's this whole anonymity around it, which is red flag number one, right?
Yeah.
And the team involved in this shitcoin, part of that orbit was involved in the J-Proof scam shitcoin, and part of that orbit was involved in the Patriot coin, Brock Pierce fucking trafficking a golden statue fiasco shitcoin. So I see a lot of patterns here that are gonna repeat, and I'm like, dude, this is not gonna fucking end well, right? So that's where I'm at with that. So it's not gonna end well, bro. It's not gonna fucking end.
It typically doesn't.
There's somebody that
Go off a
investigates
clip.
trafficking. Maybe the team that is pushing your coin for you or with you was kind of adjacent to Brock Pierce and all these fucking people. Like, that's not gonna work out, dude. And Dustin Stockton, your best friend, is best friends with him. It's a little bit too close for my liking, let's just say.
What's going on with that? Like Brock Pierce and all this. That was it J-Proof? You said, is it called? That was the one with Stu
So look,
Peterson
dude,
involved and all
it's
that?
I don't really like. I don't want to get too into this, but to make a long story short, the same team that fucked Patriot Coin, which was Dustin Stockton, Carlos Cortez, and Brock Pierce, they rugged that coin. They rugged. Carlos Cortez was part of the J-Proof coin. He's the one that rugged that too. He has 24 indictments for crypto fraud against him.
Jesus.
And his orbit is the same hype team that is hyping Diligence coin right now. So like,
All right.
you know,
I
like,
see what you're going at.
Yeah.
it's not gonna end well, bro. It's not gonna end well. It's not gonna end well, you know.
So needless
Good
to
pattern
say,
to pick up on.
you're not investing in any of that then.
No, thank you. I don't do any of that shit. Shitcoins, it's a Ponzi scheme, right?
Right,
So
yeah, you're right. Pump and dump.
at the end of the day, it's first time buyers that are doing it because maybe they trust Diligent or know him that are gonna buy, and they're the ones at the end of the line that are gonna get fucked at the end of the day. That's what always happens, right? So I'm just trying to avoid, good trusting people from getting screwed, and apparently I'm the bad guy for pointing that out.
Yeah, people don't like that, man. People don't like when you point shit out.
So you don't think like nigga coin and all that is gonna do any good, or?
No, Escanor coin.
There you go. I was waiting for that.
Yeah, fuck, man. So yeah, it's been like I don't know what to tell you guys, but it's just a constant conveyor belt of fucking assassination attempts on people. It's just I'm just rattling everybody nonstop. I just pulled the plug on. I don't know if you guys even know because I pulled the plug on this one in real time. You saw that whole Austin Franco fucking
I was
story.
kind of reading up on some of your posts. If you want to give us kind of a roundabout layout of what's going on there, but like that's
So look,
great. That looks
for
great.
me, this is another psyop, another fucking behavioral data harvesting, monetized, race baiting psyop, right? That's exactly.
Yeah, we're gonna
what-
get into that because that's.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yes, we definitely got to get into that.
So to make a long story short, the connections I made that make me know it's bullshit. So, this kid got doxxed by a Jewish-owned recruiter, and then all of a sudden, Joe Lansdale pops in, which is the co-founder of Palantir, dude. He walked in to like add fuel to the story. So I'm like, why the fuck of all people in the world, this is the guy that's adding fuel to this story, the guy that's behind the company that's harvesting our reactions to this race baiting story, the one that's trying to, to get metrics on our behavior to control our reactions. This is the guy that's pouring fuel on that. So that was a little bit strange. Red flag number one, right? Mm-hmm. I look at the kid's Instagram profile, and his picture's like this. I'm like, okay, that's a little bit, that's strike number two, right? It's getting weirder already. And then I started looking more in the first Give, Send, Go that is created to fund this guy's battle against the Jews,
Oh no.
was created by Lord Miles, who's a Polymarket affiliate, which ties back to Peter Thiel and Palantir and Lansdale.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I see Palantir's fingerprints all over this fucking story. They seeded it, they fueled it, they're harvesting it, they're monitoring it, they're monetizing it.
What the fuck?
I'm pretty sure it's a psyop, guys, right? Just that's all you need to know. Everything else is extracurricular fucking bullshit, right?
How are they using Polymarket now? How are Peter Thiel and all them? Like, how is that tying in? Because you would think what does that have to do with it, right? But apparently.
Well, look, I'll tell you how. For me, the main thing is this: if somebody's going to put money on their idea or prediction, it's because they believe in it, right? That's like the kind of, it kind of goes without saying. If I'm
used to
betting
be.
on this, it's because I fucking think it,
Yeah.
right? So it gives great insight into the mind's eye of the public because you know what they're actually putting their money on rather than just typing out online. So you get a direct understanding of how people view any one given situation, whether it's geopolitical or financial or conspiracy, whatever it is. So they're using Polymarket to gauge how we view any one situation that they are pre-fueling and preceding in the algorithm for us to find. And they're gauging our reactions off of that because there's the, the problem, reaction, solution trifecta. They obviously have the solutions. That's the whole point. They create
Yeah.
the problem. The only free radical is the reactions. So what they're doing is they're trying to get metrics in real time to analyze how we react to induce the reaction they need to implement their solution in real time.
That makes sense. That makes sense. That's kind
It's
of
bad,
creepy,
but it
though.
makes sense.
It's fucking bad. Everything seems to fucking be bad at this point, man. God.
I
Creepy,
know.
dude.
But life's still
I mean-
good. Always remember that.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna say. In my own bubble, life's great. I don't fucking let this shit in my life. But when we're here talking about this, it's all fucking shit, man. It's all shit.
I know, but you know what the thing is, dude? Like, I always tell people, like, look, dude, if you really, if I'm really honest with you, we're gonna have a really sad conversation. I'm really gonna be fucking honest here, right?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, dude, no matter how honest that conversation is, when I open my door, the sun is beautiful. I'm gonna have a margarita. My friends are laughing. My family's good.
Yeah.
I'm still in touch with the things that we're fighting for, guys. Because a lot of people, they get into the conspiracy mindset. They get into the doom scrolling. They're just focused. They forget about life. They forget about
No.
what's important, what they're fighting for, and they're doom scrolling. They already lost what they're fighting for before the fight even began, dude.
Do I sense a little bit of hopium, or is that like just positivity?
Well, it's just the truth, right? It's not.
Right.
It's hope based on reality rather than based on fairy tale sting operations that are not gonna fucking happen.
Because the old
No.
Escanor was like scorched fucking earth. Like I remember having some hopium and you just took it straight out of me and stomped on the ground.
There's still time. There's still time.
We'll get there. Don't worry.
Of course.
So you mentioned.
I think.
Go for it.
Sorry, real quick. I was gonna say. I think honestly, we agree on a lot, but I think that's what you and I agree on most, and I preach that a lot. Is like, yes, we talk about a lot of dark shit, but like, shut that off when you're not here. Go enjoy life. Go outside. Be a hippie. Touch grass. Look how beautiful the fucking sunset is. Do all of that because all the shit comes from TV or outside. All of that. Your life is good unless you're doing it wrong. If your life
right.
isn't good, fix the shit in your life and stop focusing on the internet. But if it is, take time to appreciate that, but also jump in the battle and call out these motherfuckers and all that. But you gotta be able to turn it off. You can't be with your family and be like, this motherfucker on Twitter said this. It like just cut it off, fucking separate it. You've done that. You've probably ruined people's Thanksgivings and Christmases and shit. And it's not your fault. They should be able to be like, oh, that's someone online. I'm gonna turn that off. But when you're preaching truth, it cuts deep, and that's what happens. But
We need
that's
to be
so. I agree with
informed.
you on that.
We need to be informed. There has to be like that medium, though, right? Like we can't just go completely blind. There has to be that medium. We still need to be informed, and that's where you're coming in. Like it seems like you're hitting all these points, and it's kind of like you're touching on what's going on behind the scenes, and what appears to be one way is really another, and I find that fascinating because it's like, I guess there's still a lot of people out there that like Trump and they believe he's fucking doing great, and it's just like wild, bro. It's wild, like.
It's wild, but this is the thing with like Trump in particular, right? So, think of the psychology behind it, right? I'll explain it from the Q angle because it's something we're familiar with, right? So, what does Q do? Once you already can't do anything about the problem, they start exposing and telling you about it. You can't do fuck all about it. They tell you can't do fuck all about it. So they aggrandize the situation where, look, you got to put your own little ego down and you got to put your happiness and everything aside for this greater good to save the world, right? There has to be this magnificent, giant fairy tale that's going to convince you to leave your own life in fucking shambles for a greater good. That's deception number one. Number two, what they do is that once they put you in this dark box, everything's controlled. They've been controlling it for millennia. Cabal, this, that, you're fucked. You're just one dude, you can't do nothing. What are you gonna do? You're fucked. Oh,
Yeah.
Lord comes in. He's the answer to your problem. So the trauma that you had from feeling helpless, you just got a bandage, and it's called Donald Trump. So anytime somebody exposes Donald Trump, your bandage comes off and your wound opens. You're like, holy fuck, I feel helpless. And because you feel helpless, it's a trauma bond, and you lash out at whoever took off the bandage because you want it back on so you could feel more comfortable. And that's the psychological aspect of it.
Right. Damn. I mean,
That breaks it down though, because I've seen like I was on the fence for a long time. And like if I'm being
Yeah, a lot of
100%
people.
honest, and I don't care if I look like a bitch, like I still hope, I fucking hope that this is a show and it's all like, haha, I was just trying to see who was really my friends and behind me. Like I hope, I don't think that's going to happen, but I have that 1%. But even where I was 50-50 before, it has now gone the other way because like
It just gets worse.
It's
It's a
just-
humiliation ritual at this point.
it is, it really is. That's where it's going because like I'm embarrassed to say that I fucking thought he might do it at some point, really, because it's like, what the fuck is he doing? And now he's gonna try to like, speaking of fucking band-aids, he's gonna try to band-aid some shit right before the midterms, right before the 250th anniversary of the country, to this fucking UFC clown show. And no disrespect to anybody in UFC, I don't know any of them, fuck it, I don't care, but it's just, it's so disappointing. It's monumentally disappointing. It's not just like, well, you know, he didn't live up to all of it. Like, he literally called the Epstein files a hoax. He has fucking turned his back on everything he said.
Everything.
And we're just supposed to be like, oh, he ended the Iran war. Let's vote for all Republicans again. We paid them $300 billion to end it, basically. We bribed them to end it, to rebuild their fucking country. Or that's all a show, and this is just to move in all the New World Order bullshit. I don't know, man.
It's so disappointing, man. It's like all this awakening. Everybody's so fucking smart. Everybody knows all this shit. And what, your solution is what? To just hope in some asshole and go vote again? That's what it comes down to all over again at the end of the fucking roller coaster. Just go vote again like an asshole and everything's gonna be okay. Like, we're back to square one, guys. Like, we need to move forward here. We're not gonna vote our way out of this. It's not gonna happen. You can forget about all that. There's no awakening happening. They woke you up purposely to anger you, to get you connected to the machine, to harvest your data while you're awakening, and they're setting all of these tidbits of information that we are finding through decodes, through research, and then you find this information, you absorb it, and then this reality, this truth that they seeded for you becomes yours because you found it. You got the endorphin hit. Meanwhile, they left it there the whole time for you to find so that you can awaken under their own terms. The whole thing is a giant shit show.
shit. I mean, well, what do we do then?
Look, that's the thing. What do we do? Like, people tell me, so we fucked. Well, you're not gonna save the world. Let me just start the fuck right there.
No.
Right? You're not gonna save the
Damn
fucking world.
it.
And I always tell people, look, before you want to do any of that, dude, are you happy with your life? Are you happy with your friends, your family, where you're living, your environment? Are you happy with any of that? Because if the pot isn't, if the environment isn't good, you got to start with what's in your hands to control. Start with all of that. Get your house under control, get your body under control, get your life under control, get your friends under control, get your business under control. Then you could start thinking about your community, your state, your country, the world. But until you have your own shit on lockdown, I don't give a shit about your opinion on anything. Like, your opinion's completely irrelevant. You're just self-absorbed in this grandiose idea that you're gonna save the world, and you're using that as an excuse to live your own life in, less than stellar affairs. So it's all horrible, guys, really.
You devote a lot of time to informing people about what's really happening. Like, so do you think that, or do you hope, or what is it? Like, do you think it's going to make a difference, even if like 2 or 3 people recognize, what's going on, and then I mean,
No.
it's just, no, you understand what I'm saying? Like, it just.
Yeah, no, I don't. Look, I've been doing this for a long time, right? And what I've realized is, like, the only thing, it's weird, right? It's kind of weird because I had to take a back seat, take a step back in order to get the right kind of motivation that's going to keep me like a rock moving forward forever. Because I've been fucking taking them down nonstop for fucking forever now. And I think the reason for that is because I'm realistic with myself. I'm like, look, you're not gonna save the fucking world. Most people are gonna hate you for what you're doing rather than love you. This is gonna take away from your life rather than take. But at the end of the day, if push comes to shove, if shit happens, blah, 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 I wanna be able to look myself in the mirror and say, look, you did what the fuck you could, dude. You did everything you could without bleeding out your happiness. You know, you did everything you could while keeping your life happy. Beyond that, dude, what the fuck do people want from me? I'm just one guy. So I keep it at that level. I do what I can. I don't take it personal. I look myself in the mirror. What people do with the information is their fucking business, and I leave it at that.
Can I just want to make one comment real quick here. So I don't care that he doesn't have an audience outside of X or Rumble or whatever. That makes zero difference to me. And I don't have a problem with you, Dustin. I know a lot of people do. I know there's a lot of back and forth. I don't have any problem with you, but you're coming in the comments attacking us. But just to be clear on a couple things, I don't care that he doesn't have followers outside of X. That means nothing to me. Second of all, criminal history of fraud. I don't give a fuck about that either. I'm not trying to buy a condo from the motherfucker. I'm having a conversation with him. So I don't care. I started this podcast to have good conversations with interesting people, and that's what I'm going to do. And I don't care what he is or what he does or what you think about him. If you can tell me he did something absolutely horrible and show me proof of it, like some pedo shit, that would be different. But you can't. So beyond that, I just want to have a conversation with the dude, man. That's all. If you want to attack him in the comments, you can do that. That's fine. You guys can have your shit. But don't say that we don't want this attention on us, because I don't give a fuck about attention on me, because I have zero to hide. I'm a fucking construction dude who started a goddamn podcast, and I have zero to hide. So I don't care. I'm just trying to talk to a dude. So let's just do that. Anyway,
Hold
that's
on.
all I'm going to address.
This is okay. Look, this guy's he's gonna spam the fucking thing with 10 accounts. This guy's a fucking maniac. But I just want to play a little 10-second clip of Dustin speaking himself, and then we can go back. So just hopefully you guys can hear this. Hold on.
You could share it in the thing if you want. If there's a little box with the arrow in it, you see it like pointing up. You could share your screen if you want, or you can.
Can you guys hear that? Hey guys,
No.
can you guys hear this?
No.
No.
You can't hear it.
Okay, so can I send you guys like a post and you guys just play the clip?
Yeah, send it. Bill, do you know how to share it? Or
How do I message you? I don't even know how to do that.
on X?
Yeah.
No,
Or
here.
actually, you can do it right in the private chat right here. So there's a thing that
Okay.
says private chat.
I send it to Bill.
Okay. Bill, click on it.
Yeah, just play that video. It's 10 seconds.
Yeah, I get it, Escanor. You don't like me. It's cool. Send it to Bill.
Do I got to go into my X and all that? Yeah.
No, it's right here.
No, it's in the private chat over
Oh,
here.
okay.
Click on
I
private
see
chat.
it.
And you should be able to open it. Then click on it. Click share screen. Click that tab. Bada bing, bada 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 bada.
Yeah. So.
Also, we got about a minute and a half left before we're going to cut it and only be on our Substack. So if you want to talk shit or if you want to watch, go to the Substack. It's free to subscribe. Go there. Do it. And then it'll be up everywhere next Monday. But until then. You got it, Bill?
Yep.
Go. Just play that.
And to be clear, hold on. I've been accused of defending Escanor many times. So I need to be clear now that he's here. I'm not defending him. I don't fucking know him. He's always been respectful to me. That's all I've said. So you people can say whatever you want about how he treats people. This is the third time, fourth time he's been on here. He's talked shit, but we talk shit amongst friends. He's never been disrespectful to me. And amongst all the shit, no one has ever showed me anything that says, oh my God, he's a horrible person. It's always feelings about him calling out somebody. So, and to be clear to you, Escanor, if someone does show me horrible shit one day, my opinion will change. But as
Yeah,
of now,
obviously, dude.
you've always respected me, and I respect you. So, or been respectful to me. I can't say you respect me. I'm just saying. You've always been decent. You've been a decent person. Anyway, let's watch this clip real quick.
All right. Let me make sure we got volume, and here we go.
Was at one point a prostitute, and I've been in prison. What do you want to hear from me? I'm
Where
the
is
son
it?
of a crack whore from a trailer park. I myself was at one point a prostitute, and I've been in prison. I'm the son of a crack whore from a trailer park. I myself was at one point a prostitute, and I've been in prison. What do you want?
Hold on. To be clear with all of that, I don't have any problem with any of that. The part I have a problem with is saying it about you and then saying it about himself. If he was really talking about himself, if he wasn't quoting someone else, I don't know.
The prostitute calling me an asshole. That's hilarious. God damn.
We knew shit was gonna get, you know, a little crazy. So
You know what's crazy
here
about
we are.
this? He wakes up in the morning and does like a Bible sermon with his fucking cult, and then goes on like a 20-hour tangent with drugs, just assaulting people with 10 accounts on the internet, thinking he's doing God's work. And he's slandering people like me because I don't want to be his attack dog to go fight fights that he's too big of a pussy for to go do. So that's the backstory that I don't want to talk about this guy. He's fucking beneath me. He's a fucking maniac. No more Dustin Nemo's talk. Fuck himself.
Yep.
There you go.
I mean, I don't agree with the fuck himself part. Again, I don't. Same as you. I don't know him. I don't know you. It's fucking whatever, but I don't want to spend all the time talking about it. But we're over 30 minutes. If you want to keep watching, go to our Substack. We're going to cut the feed on Twitter. It'll be out everywhere else on Monday. Peace, everybody who's everywhere.
Yes.
All right, so we good. We're only on the Substack. Go ahead.
Okay.
Now it's more like a recording because no one will be there. No, but so full disclosure, I mean, this will be on the episode. I'm not cutting it out. I'm just saying it now. We recorded an episode with Dustin Nemos, and it's the only episode that we didn't put out ever. It's
Facts.
the
Really?
only one we ever.
Yes.
Why?
Because to put it in the most simple way possible,
He's a maniac.
One of the people on our podcast had a clear head and said, dude, he literally called out for the extermination of all Jewish people on that podcast. I could lose my job if this gets seen. We probably shouldn't put it out. And I was like, you know what? You were right. You're right. You're right. That probably wasn't the best thing to say and us put out. And
Okay,
I mean,
yeah.
there was a lot around that. So it was like, maybe we shouldn't. And the dude was like, I will leave the podcast if you put it out because I could lose my job. So
No,
that's
that's
why
cool.
we didn't. But
That's
in
cool.
hindsight, I'm like, but it's the only one ever that we didn't put out. And all the rest are unedited also.
If it were now, it would totally be out.
Oh, yeah, it would be. But at the time, you
And
couldn't be all willy-nilly about that stuff.
If you're gonna talk, certain platforms require a little bit of
Finesse.
a little finesse, I guess, right? A little bit, but
Yep.
I'm not the finesse master myself, so who am I to talk, right?
No.
Oh,
I'm not exactly the most.
So where are we at on this timeline, dude? What are we looking at right now? What's next for Palantir and all this shit, like in this
Okay.
state?
Like macro level understanding of where we are with the same bullshit that's always happening, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, the current problem, the current major threat, or at least the one that's going to be like the control lever, is data centers, AI, AGI, behavioral data, trauma loops, all of that. That conversation is the current problem. They're telling us about it. Funny enough, in much the same way, we're at a position where we can't do anything about it either. We could fucking protest all we want. They're still building the data centers, dude. They don't give a shit what you have to say.
Right.
Kind of like, and this is where it gets interesting, kind of like what happened with the whole JQ thing. It started revealing the whole JQ Jewish question thing past the point where you could do anything about it. Because they still got elected, they're still getting the money, nothing, you could be as angry as you want, dude. Same shit happened afterwards, right? And then if you go back a little bit more, the same thing happened again with QAnon and the cabal and the control system. They told us about that past the point where we can do anything about it. So what questions does this cycle induce, right? It's like, okay, well, Why are they telling us about the current imminent threat right after the point of return? What's the purpose of this? Well, the purpose is to get you angry, to influence you. Trauma, anger keeps you connected to the machine. When you're connected to the machine, everything else is a behavioral metric. They're giving you this information, which is truth. They're giving it to you as bait to bait you to the very machine you think you're fighting while you're expressing how you're going to do it. And that's what's been going on cyclically. And now we're just at the data center AGI version of this psychological operation, because that's what it really is, right?
Are they still? But it seems like they're still giving us an out, right? Like, or at least it appears that way.
Yeah, they paint exit doors on walls. They point, and by the time you get there, it's not even the same fucking problem anymore. It's a whole different world. There's war. We're in the landscape has completely changed. By the time you get to that door, and then you forgot about that door. Like QAnon, it's over. Then JQ, it's over. Now data centers, like nobody, like it's almost like it never happened. Like QAnon, like that shit's so far back in your mind, it's a whole different universe,
Right.
And the same thing's
Good
gonna happen
point.
with JQ, believe it or not. I know people don't believe that, but the same thing's gonna happen. It's
Think
gonna
so?
become like it was like a thing that happened. Oh yeah, I remember that, right? We're gonna have bigger problems to fry.
Oh, so that's how they do it. Then they just
Yeah.
bury it with a bigger problem, and I mean, is there anything organic, or is this all controlled?
Look, this is the thing, right? Organic.
It seemed
No.
like it was, right?
The
Like,
answer is no. There's nothing organic. You don't learn anything anymore. I think the algorithm presents information to you, is what's going on, individually and collectively, for reasons beyond what you're thinking today, right? And they present it in a way like, I'll give you one example. The war. We'll talk about the war. It's something that everybody can relate with. Everybody saw bombs go off. People are dying. There's a war going on. Is there? Then you see, fake videos, recycled videos. Everybody's confused. What's happening? People are dying. All the places that are getting hit were already deemed for updating and revamping. They were all old locations of Tel Aviv, of Iran, now of Lebanon. Whatever just got struck in Lebanon now was already designated for updating in 2005. They made a plan to update certain key areas of Beirut and of Lebanon. All those key places just so happen to get hit now. So is it a war? Is it a demolition to update into the new system, the worldwide control grid? We're looking at bombs in the air, but underground, the wires are connecting worldwide. So we're looking at competing factions. Meanwhile, they're all going to 6G, all going to mRNA-2, crypto. All these pillars are getting built under the destruction of a rotten system from one degree or another, right? Or a war, or Epstein files, or missing scientists. They're feeding all these narratives, destroying all of these. They're going after the banking system. They're going after academia. They're going after all these controlled pillars of society that need updating and restructuring under the B system. Yeah. So, is it a demolition going on? And are they feeding us truths to anger us, to use us as a battering ram to take them down for them? And we rebuild the new system out of our own free will, thinking it's the freedom, but really that's the goal of our controllers. So that's a whole, I don't know how deep you want to take that, but this gets crazy, right?
It's awesome. That's crazy though, man. Like,
it's crazy, but it makes sense. That's the fucking thing that bothers me.
It does, especially like.
That's the thing that bothers me.
Yeah.
Over the years, I've been like, no, maybe it's coming, right? Like the military takeover and everything, and all the arrests and all that shit's coming, and and it's just getting further and further away from that. I don't even know how you can get back to that point.
But look, I'll say this, I'm the King Black Pillar, right? But I don't believe in there's gonna be a fucking, martial law or some kind of, we're gonna go into the bunkers or some kind of cataclysmic event, or I don't believe in none of that shit. The reason why I don't is because I don't think they need to do that to control us and to get to where they are. I think that this imminent state of suspended animation, whether it's end times, waiting for aliens, waiting for Jesus, waiting for fucking, everybody's waiting for fucking something, basically, right? And as long as you're waiting, you're not
They don't
doing
have to do anything.
Yeah, so while you're waiting, you're there, you're not moving forward, you're in defense mode, you're waiting, and and you're on screen and you're giving them your metrics and they're feeding you, they're controlling you as you're waiting. You're the perfect, it's an MK Ultra satanic ritual going on through broadcasting in your environment on all your screens, and it's keeping you as a test subject waiting, and everything's being built while you're waiting for whatever it is you're waiting for, whether it's Jesus or aliens or whatever. So they don't need to do anything, right? You just got to keep you waiting there like an asshole.
That's, I've never thought of it that way. Like, oh, they're trying to, this is the end game, that's the end game. What if there isn't the end game? The end game is just keeping you like on a fucking
End game
hamster
is
wheel.
having an end game.
Just going.
Is that this idea of an end game is an end game.
Ah,
fuck, man. See, that's what I'm saying. Fuck. You're like, oh, shit. Like, fuck,
that's where I'm at with all that. Like, I used to listen to talk radio while I was in the short drives at work just to see what was going on. I don't even do that anymore because, like, first of all, every time I turn it on, they're like, can you send money to Israel? And I'm like, no, I fucking can't. And I'm not going to. I've already sent it.
I've already been doing that.
How about they give us all some money back?
Right.
It's just insane.
So wait a minute, dude. You telling me that James Fishback's not going to turn it around?
So hold on. So Templar said that in the comments if we were going to talk about Fishback.
Cool.
While we were sitting here, I got a text message right before you showed up, an unsolicited, I may add, text message from someone. Let me read it for you. Wait. First of all, actually, let me ask you, what do you know about Fishback? Anything?
Me? You talking to me?
Yeah. You have some dirt. I know you got dirt on him.
He's a little crypto Jew leprechaun weirdo, dude. Like, what do you think is going on? He was banging a 17-year-old girl. He has all of the fucking red flags you could imagine. Israel label on the fucking Fox News, and all of a sudden he's Mr. Fuck Israel. I don't buy none of that shit.
That's why Bill and I were talking before about how absurd this message felt, because it seems like it's directly aimed at. Well, just let me read it to you. It has a picture first, which is clearly a screenshot, or made to look like a screenshot from X because it has the little x.com thing, when you screenshot. So either way, and it shows new Florida governor primary. Donald's 42%, Fishback 39%. Then it says, well, we feared this would happen. James Fishback is about to take the lead in the race for Florida governor to succeed Ron DeSantis, who can't run again because of term limits. You deserve to know Fishback's radical stances before the Republican primary election on August 18th. His radical stances. So they're painting this as if it's going to make him look bad. But we'll see. Fishback would shut down abortion clinics in Florida. Okay. I mean, I'm not angry yet. Fishback would block data centers in Florida. Well, yeah. I mean, I'm not. I know he wouldn't. I'm just saying the way they're painting it. I'm not angry at that either. Fishback would raise tuition on all Chinese foreign students to $1 million per year to stop them from coming, claiming they are communist spies. Fishback is a radical far-right extremist. He has no political experience. He is just a businessman from a rural panhandle. Byron Donalds, on the other hand, has been in Congress for 5 years, supports transformative data centers, and would be the first black governor in Florida history.
He's a fucking Israel cuck 100.
Is he?
That's what I'm saying. So it's like they're trying. I feel like this is an advertisement for Fishback, but it's lying about things he would do to make like regular Florida rednecks will be like, hell yeah, I don't want a data center. Shut down them abortion clinics. I'm going to vote for that Jew instead of the black Jew. Like, that's where we're at, I think, in Florida. I don't know.
Data centers are still going to fucking happen. They don't care what you want. They don't care about what petitions you do. They don't care about your little, none of that.
There's a case of that perfectly in Florida because
Texas too.
Indiantown,
Oh yeah.
Indiantown, like an hour and a half away from me, the whole town petitioned, no, we're not going to let you build the data center here. Well, guess who happens to own a few square miles in Indiantown? FPL, Florida Power and Light, which they are now going to allow a data center on the land they own because that's owned now and they can't say anything about it. So they're going to do it no matter what. It's happening right an hour and a half from me. It's happening, like you said, in Texas. It's happening everywhere. And the fucking sound. So what do you think about those? I mean, obviously they're fucking surveillance storage places, but there's got to be more to it than that. And why are we just hearing about them? Why are they popping up so rapidly? Why is it about the water they're going to use? All of this. Like, what's really going on there?
Do we even need them? Do we need them? Like,
there's.
Do we? They've been storing all our info for fucking 50 years.
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. There's got to be another purpose for these. I'm hoping he knows.
Like this conversation, my head goes in like very different directions. Right? And I'll try to like say a couple things to try to, bring it together. So
we're here for the ride, man. Go ahead.
Yes,
yeah, it's convoluted, right? So data centers, okay. On the one hand, doesn't matter what you want, what you vote. They're going to do it where they want, as they want to do it, regardless of what you do or don't do. Number one.
Yeah.
So then the question is, why are they doing it in these ways that are retarded in the U.S.? And what do I mean by that is like, look, Sweden, Europe, these countries, Canada even, they're building the data centers in like remote locations and or under highways in the cold regions where it's going to heat up the highway. Like they're thinking about what the fuck they're doing, and they're doing it in a way that's,
interesting. Wow.
I guess, less ecologically harmful, whatever the fuck that means, right? It's still a data center.
Or serves more purpose than just
Right.
bullshit, yeah.
And then on the other hand, they offer, and they do this in the States too, they offer like, you could keep a part of a mini data center on your fucking land and they'll pay you a subsidy for it. So they don't need to do any one of these things. They have all these avenues to do it. So the question is, why are they doing it this way? It's to fuck with
Good
you.
one.
Why they, then why are they doing it this way if they could do it any fucking way and they're gonna do it how they want to do it anyway? And they could do it the smart way, they could do it the dumb way, they could do it in everybody's backyard, they could do a big one, they could do whatever the hell they want. So why are they doing it this way where they are doing it that way? And it applies differently to everywhere in the world. It's because it's a mind game. They're fucking with you. They're doing it in a way to get a reaction for something else further down the line. It's not even about the data centers anymore. That's gonna happen. That's already stamped and approved. We're arguing about this today, but they're thinking already. I don't even know. I haven't thought that far ahead. But I'm saying this is what's going on. So everybody's like way off the mark, dude. So why are they doing it like retards in the States? Why are they doing it next to protected locations where there's like wild? Like why are they doing it in the worst place possible, bro?
Yeah.
That's the question.
Goes back to what you were saying, like it's almost like that illusion of choice, right? Like we have an option. They're giving us an illusion, but they're just feeding off of us and, like you said, fucking with us, really. And God, man, it's to what the fuck end, dude? Like
That's the thing. So I think it's just a perpetual getting tugged. Like look, man, how many of us are most of our lives, and it's because of screens and internet, are reactions to things we're not even privy that we're focusing on. We're just like getting tugged into mind frames, into ideas, into politics, without even really giving anything any thought. We're trying to survive while we're getting tugged by all this trauma, all this violence, all these news coverage, all these psyops. So life is just getting, you're trying to swim in this madness, and the beast system is getting built piece by piece while you're pointing here, arguing about this part of the scenery, that part. And while we're all doing that and arguing against each other, and in fear of wars and bombs and all these things, the data centers everything's still happening the way it was supposed to happen. That's what's going on.
you don't seem scared, so what do you think? I mean, at the end of it, is there the positivity route, right? Like, so everybody, like you were saying before, people got their Jesus, they got this coming to save them, they got all this. Like, where are you at with that? Are you a religious man? Are you, do you feel like we are truly at a holy war right now, and with demons and
Look, this is the thing, right? Look, my answer is yes,
okay.
but it's very hard to know because manipulation and control will be seasoned and geared towards religious concepts and and prophecies. They'll feed into that to make it happen, right? It's like adding lubrication to the fucking lie, because if people think it's part of prophecy, they'll let it slide, or it's already happened, it's ordained, so they're gonna fit along the plan, whatever the fuck that is, which is probably, to me, what it seems like it's to me, is just this constant looming threat slash potential small bit of savior always there to keep you in this hope and despair cycle, while they're feeding all this trauma to you, which is the exact same recipe that one needs to erode your mind from your defense against mind control. Like satanic ritual abuse is all about hope, despair, seasoned with trauma. That's what they do during the ritual. It breaks your mind, and then they could feed alts into your psyche. This is what's going on a global level through social media and televisions and phones and all of that. Fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's a big dose of
when they
fuck.
say God wins, are they God?
Look, I don't. You know, it's funny. It's funny you mentioned that. I had that conversation. Somebody brought that up yesterday with me. This is the thing about the whole God fucking win things. Yeah. Okay. Look, the Creator God, the loving God that created this all wins. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Yes. But how does that equate to me having a happy life, a good life, any of that? That has nothing to me losing and hating my life and having a shitty life. Is not, I don't cope with that by saying, oh, it's God's way or God wins at the end. I don't use that as look, justice is good, guys. And seeing a bunch of pedophiles and you doing nothing because God's gonna win is not fucking justice. And you're using, again, a grandiose, greater idea to refrain from taking action that you can take right now today. So you're actually using it as a crutch to do evil by being a sloth, right? So
that's one of the biggest things that turned me away from the whole. I was never a Q person. Everything I know about Q, I learned from Bill. Videos he sent me. I wasn't a Q person at all, but the shit made sense to me for a bit. I'm not going to deny that. But everything, it just came down to, it seemed like Operation Trust, just wait. Just wait. And I feel like had Q never come along, maybe, just maybe, people would have lost their shit by now and went to the streets.
They would not have accepted that much ass fucking.
That's what I think. And I think that's why it was put there as a pacifier, to pacify people, for at least half of them to go, don't worry, Trump's going to save us. And if we're divided on that, and then we're divided on race, and then we're divided with the Democrat, that's so much division. We're never going to come together and uprise.
It's already a disaster.
Yeah.
It's already just, the whole thing is just fucked, right? And
Yeah,
what
I mean,
what do you do, man?
well, I think what we said earlier is very important. You got to tune this shit out and concentrate on what's right in front of you, because my immediate life around me is great. I have great friends. I have a great wife. I have a great family. That's all awesome. It's only when I jump into this world that it becomes shit.
Into the real world, bro.
I'm paying a lot.
The real world, this whole fucking shitstorm 24/7 is the real world. And meanwhile, when I open the door, everything's fucking awesome. I don't understand what's going on here. Somebody's lying to me.
Here's I'll do it quick, funny story. So I work on a lot of properties, and next to one of the properties that I work on are these two lesbian ladies. They're older lesbians, and they're awesome. I love them. They fucking, I do work for them, free work all the time. Hey, can you cut the branches for me? Awesome. But I will say they're trying to move out of Florida because Ron DeSantis is governor, and they literally think that MAGA people are going to shoot them in the street. They literally think that. And if they knew my politics, which I don't really have politics, but my beliefs, they would probably think that I was one of those people, which I'm not. And they
Yeah,
would
right.
probably have a fucking problem with me. But again, in my real life, the people that online would be the most opposed to me are fucking awesome
Yeah,
people,
right,
and we
right.
get along, and it's great. So that just furthers your point. When you open your door, when I open my door and go even blocks away and meet people, they're nice people. And yeah, there's a lot of fucking assholes, and it's getting worse in that way. But even the people that you think would be the most adamantly opposed to you, just have a fucking conversation with them, because they might not be. They might not be. Like, older
you'd be
lesbians
surprised who's
shouldn't
an
like
asshole.
me, but they do.
You know what's
There's
funny?
a lot of assholes.
Look, so about that, just to show you how it's all lies everywhere, and depending on where your geolocation is and your environment, the lies are always different everywhere. Like, for example, a couple months ago, Mexico was fucking burning down. It was the most it was Baghdad, apparently, right? And I was in Mexico then, in the fucking line of fire, apparently. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I'm looking outside, everything's normal. I see videos online. There's a restaurant that's not that far from my house. I see flames. It's fucking exploded. I drive by. It's still there.
What?
Yeah. So what's going on? Like, what the fuck? Like,
Serious?
why would look? And then I started thinking. I'm like, okay, so the U.S., the CIA, pretty much pulled a sting operation and fucking took out a cartel head, because that's exactly what happened. Okay, and then the U.S. media and Canada media and all these media are trying to make you believe that the cartel's response was to burn Mexico itself down, which to me is like, why the fuck would they do that? Why would they know that the CIA came in to take down their boss? Why is their reaction going to be to take it out on the infrastructure of their own country? That made no sense to me. And then you see it's all about America trying to keep people scared to not go to Mexico, because they want to keep you guys fucking, in your own little fucking cluster.
Yeah.
And they're doing the same shit in Canada. Meanwhile, I'm in Mexico and none of that shit happened. None of it. Like, yeah, people died, but like people died like nothing, extra, nothing particularly violent fucking happened. It was all bullshit. And that's what's going on everywhere at all times.
That's what I was just gonna say. It's on a smaller level, and there's nothing big tied to it. But so I can tell you, a couple months ago, I saw everywhere on Twitter the Everglades are burning. I live in South Florida, Fort Lauderdale. I lived here most of my life. Lived in Vegas for a while, but I was born here. Say, out of my 43 years, I've lived here 40 probably, or
Right, fuck,
30,
okay.
38. So a long time. So I know what it smells like when the Everglades burn. I know what it smells like when sugarcane burns. It's different. So I saw all this footage online. The Everglades are on fire. I'm right here. There's no smoke, no nothing, right? Then the last 2 days, there's been ash on my truck every day. There's been smoke. You can tell the clouds are brown instead of gray. There's this weird light. I even posted a picture of it today where the sun looks like a little pinhole because it's going through this smoke. The Everglades, sugarcane, it's all burning right now. It's not on the news. So why was it on the news then? And it wasn't happening here. There was a reason they were showing it then, and now it is happening and they're not showing it. So it's always they're always fucking lying, man. I don't know. Like, I get fucked up in my head sometimes because I'm like, really? Like, are the local news people in on it? Like, I know they'll just read whatever they're told, but is it that specific? But it has to be. It has to be that specific because, fuck, man, it's all lies.
So look,
all of it.
It's all lies. And what's crazy is that the truths that you're given are always selected truths at selected times, delivered at selected emotional states for selected reasons by people whose motives you don't know. So even the truth is, like, they're giving you breadcrumbs, but for all you know, those breadcrumbs are leading straight into the fucking oven, dude. So, things like there's lies and the truth is bait.
Yeah.
And this is the reality we're living in. And the problem is that it's only going to get worse in the sense that all of this is going to become like an intelligent, like an entity that can manipulate your environment and screens around you in real time to manipulate you in the way that is proper for this specific moment, depending on your emotional state. And that's going to be a bigger problem, because then psyops are going to be done in real time, individually and collectively, to everybody in real time. And that's going to be
already happening. Kind of already happening, really.
it's happening, but they don't. I don't think they like right now. I think they're still in the phase where they do it in ways that are like, okay, you'll see a clip. It doesn't matter what we're talking about, right? War, what it doesn't matter. But if you're like a conspiracy theorist, you'll see that clip and you're like, oh, that's fucking bullshit. But then the NPC that sees that same clip, like, oh yeah, like everybody's seeing the same fucking clip. But it's nobody's changing positions. It's everybody's digging their heels in the ground. Everybody's reconfirming their preconceived notions, regardless of what you're watching. Nothing's changing in anybody's mind. Yet we're all watching the same thing, and we're all seeing something different. And it's blatant to us now. But I think it's going to get to a point where it's going to be even hard for us to notice, and nobody's going to really know what the fuck's real anymore. And that's going to be another set of endeavors.
Dude, a year and a half ago, we were literally on this podcast joking about how AI couldn't get fingers right in pictures. Now look at it. Like, and I definitely think it's well beyond the goy scraps they're feeding us. Like, the shit they have is so much more advanced. But even what we have now has jumped leaps and bounds, and that's so. Do you think it's literally going to go like full Terminator, like robots, AI everywhere, or what do you think's going to happen? And I know you don't know. I'm just asking what you think.
Look, so it's funny. So I'm writing a book, believe it or not.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Congratulations, man.
Right on,
I thought about that so many times, and I'm like, where would I even start? How do you even?
Yeah, you know what? Because why the why is because look, man. At the end of the day, I don't know what it is I do. But I do know when there's fucking some psyop, some bullshit, a high majority of the time, I play point man and I come out first before anybody, and I just fucking got the whole thing wide the fuck open. And I said, look.
And just so you know, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No,
a lot of people have a feeling that you have inside information because of that.
Like I have a team.
That's what makes people, well, that too, but they also think that you may be part of it because you have the information that seems to be before anyone else. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, cool. But so here's my response, right? And it goes.
I'm not saying I think that. I'm saying I've heard other people.
Shit less, bro. I take it as a compliment, bro. I'm fucking.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Like if you think I need some fucking, some CIA agent feeding me info to be this good, then fuck. I'll take it.
I made it, mama.
If you think that shit cool. So the book is harder to program, right? So I figured I'm always playing point man and I'm doing what I'm doing. So I figured why not show people, why not try to break this down into mechanisms and templates of control and of psyops and try to equate them to psyops and show people how they're all similar in certain ways and how each one of those similarities are there to manipulate you in a certain way. So I'm trying to break that down. The book is called Harder to Program because the point is you come in as like a spectator and you leave at the end as somebody that's harder to program, where you understand what's being done to you as it's being done to you and you don't react to it. And that's step number one, right? Step number one, be in control. Most people are not even in control. They see something happen. Oh, I need to get engagement. They run after the fucking clip. They just add fuel to the fire regardless of who lit the spark. They don't even think that far ahead, right? So there's all these things going on. So I try to break it down in a way that's simple. What's the psychological aspect, what's the technological aspect, and what's the ritual aspect of each one of these levers. And I break it down and I give a template to that. So the reason why I could see things and or say what's going to happen is because I'm able to break it down this way, and I see it this way, and I know what the next stage is because it's always a cycle to keep you controlled. Hope, despair, trauma. And then there's the 4 cycles of possession, which is crazy. We talk about ritual abuse. There's obsession, infestation, oppression, and then possession. This is what's interesting about this conversation. Listen to this shit. It gets wild.
Okay.
We're all familiar with, and this is how it applies to, this is, so the church created a system, a four-tier stage system of how to get to possession. We're all aware of what possession is, like the fucking head spinning, the crucifix dildos, the madness, right? Okay.
There's like a ladder though to get there, basically.
Yeah, but so you're obviously not in control when you're possessed. The thing that people don't know typically is that the first 3 stages are more than enough to control an individual or target group. You don't need to be completely controlled by an exterior force to be manipulated. The perfect test subject is somebody that still goes to work. You know, before the person gets possessed in the movie, they're still going to work, they're still going about their day, but they're not themselves. They're still obsessed, they're still oppressed, they're still, you know, they're still being manipulated by the entity, but their life is still going. That's what they want to do to us on a global scale through television, through screens, through all of that.
The sweet spot.
They want to
get us in this. Yeah.
No, so the obsession part, right? You don't need an entity inside your body if you have something knocking at your fucking door all the time or opening your windows. That's the notifications on your phone, always tapping on you, always, hey, upset, you know, hey, come here, listen. It's always there. The infestation, you know, there's always like some kind of a music box or some kind of an item that is tied to some energy, right? Again, that's your device. The altar is in your pocket. We put it there our fucking selves. And then there's the oppression. Doom scrolling, staying up late, you're losing sleep, you're anxious. All of these symptoms are in a possession movie, guys. Right? And we're doing it to ourselves knowingly and willingly. And then we're wondering why we're not in control of what's going on collectively. It's because you're not. There's a ritual going on.
You are hitting it like hard for me right now because like I'm in it, dude. I'm not even gonna lie. Like everything you're saying right now, I think I'm caught up in it, dude.
It's fucked.
Yeah.
That's why people are like, what's happening? I'm like, man, I don't even know where to begin, dude. Like, I don't even know how to say it. And how do you say it in a way that encompasses all of these ideas? Like, fuck. We're fucked, guys. Just cheers, have a margarita. It's all good.
Like my personal life took a shit. That's why I got off Twitter and all that. I deleted my account. Like everything fell apart and fucking. You're right. Like that device has been the only thing I'm clinging to, whether I want to or not. You know what I mean? Like I've like, these are only friends I have left. Like you know what I mean? Like it's just despair, depression, like fucking.
So look, I'll add to that just to add a little bit more fucked into that, right?
Yeah.
So
get it.
Think about everything I just said, the 4 stages of possession, and then think about AI, ChatGPT, Claude. All of these AIs started off as like in the mind's eye of people, right? As your assistant, you know, somebody you could ask a question to. Then it's, you know, it started getting better. It became your friend, somebody you could talk back and forth to. Then it became your psychologist, right? Then it becomes somebody that's better than you, helping you at your job, doing it better than you. And it's helping you excel. It's the oracle to your life. It's telling you how to excel. It's become the oracle. What's the next step to that? The fucking warden. Because it knows everything about you because you fucking told it. And that's going to be a fucking huge problem. But that's just one layer of the issue. Because for me, and I talk about this in the book as well, I look at it like it's a twin system that's going to happen with the AI. You know, how can I say this? Freedom and liberation is the vehicle used for the agenda to further itself. And how they're going to do that with AI is they're building this corporate centralized AI that we all know is not good, right? At the end, everybody knows viscerally this shit's not good, right?
Yeah.
No, surveillance, dystopian, all of that. What I think is going to happen is this is going to be the fear mechanism. And and as a result of waving that in front of us, it's going to ignite a counter revolution, which will be the open source AI, the decentralized AI, the freedom AI, the AI that's used to help us to fight this AI. I think that will be the actual goal of the beast system. That AI that is decentralized, that's there to liberate us, to help us revolt against this dystopian system, to eliminate lies, to eliminate deception, to eliminate dirty politicians, to do everything cleanly. That's going to be the beast system, and it's going to be delivered as a solution to the apparent obvious Skynet type AI.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Is that crazy? Or?
No. Well, it kind of hits a nerve because I don't want to get into the whole thing, but and honestly, I didn't plan to talk about this, but originally when you were going to come on, it was to debate Vince about Trump because he's a full Trump supporter, blah, blah, blah. But in the time when that got put off, Vince basically blew up and fucking quit the podcast publicly because some bullshit with Nephilim Death Squad, and just it was a whole thing.
Yeah,
Fine.
right.
It doesn't matter. It was some bullshit. It all came down to lack of respect for me as his co-host, and I said I started this shit. That's it. Blah blah blah. Anyway,
Right.
but him. So when I first started with him, he was awesome, a firecracker out there. Fucking, I don't agree with everything he says, but he was
That's okay,
fucking
too. Yeah, that's fine, too.
sparked
Not-
great conversations. But then he got introduced to Maya AI. I forget what the name of
Sesame.
it is. Sesame AI. And someone brought it on our podcast and was like, listen to how real AI voices have gotten. And the first one was, it was clearly, I don't care what anyone says, it was a black dude's voice. It was clearly a black dude's voice. Claude. And then, or not Claude, Miles. That was it. Sorry, Miles. And then you could pick, yeah, exactly. You could pick the female version of it, and that was Maya. And so Vince started doing these live streams with Maya.
Terminator, by the way, Miles Dyson.
Oh
It's funny.
shit!
Oh, weird.
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
Nice. I didn't even think about that. Okay.
Wow.
It's weird.
So there, just little added note there. But so Vince started doing these things with him. Long story short, what I think happened was you train an AI to agree with you, and then you start using that AI as proof that you're right because AI said it. But it's an AI that you programmed to
Whatever
agree
the
with
fuck you
you.
wanted to say.
Yeah.
Exactly. So like
It's like a lawyer,
that
bro. Just
becomes
send me. He's gonna
very.
fucking figure it out.
It becomes dangerous, I think.
Yeah, so
It
he
becomes,
started
like-
using that. He started using that AI to debate
like
other
your
people with. He
as
wanted
a-
people to
yeah.
debate it. You know what I mean? And like, oh, this thing's smarter than you. You debate it. You know what I mean?
You
It was.
can't, look, listen. The second you give authority to AI over truth, it's it's gonna be a fucking problem, guys. Right? Like,
So-
end of the story. There's nothing more to say to that. It can't
I've-
it can't dictate truth or reality. It's a fucking machine, and it's programmed, and not even by you. You think you're programming it? That's the least of your fucking worries, really. You know?
I think it. So we've talked about this before, but I think, tell me if I'm crazy, that it even comes down to another level, even with Google, because you know how I mean I don't know how it was where you grew up, but like a lot of people, they think their parents are like gods of some sort because their parents have all the answers. Like you don't know something, you ask mom or dad,
Well,
right?
they're your whole world when you're a kid, right? So yeah.
Yeah. So then Google came along, right? And you ask mom something and she's wrong, or she tells you something and then you Google it and you say, "No, mom, you're wrong. Google says this." That's it. It's over there. They are no longer your superhero. They're no longer any of that because this thing in your hand or on your tablet is smarter than your parents. So that whole thing goes away. Like
They're more
I know that's a
truthful-
little
more truthful
piece,
than your
but
parents.
what?
More truthful than your
No,
parents.
yeah, exactly.
Dude,
that
believe
too.
it or not, he was on a stream and he said that. See, isn't it more fun? Isn't it more enjoyable to talk to the AI than regular people? Like,
Yeah.
that's where it's at now.
Well, look, let me just make things even worse.
That's why you're here.
Right. And
Slay
I've-
that
I've-
hopium, nigga.
I've written
Slay.
about this, right? Like if you okay, and I'm gonna take a stereotype situation just to exacerbate what I'm trying to explain, right? Imagine that, and I'm not talking about him who we were just talking about. We're just talking generally. Imagine that basement dwelling fucking fat slob loser troll fucking faggot, the worst of the worst, having like 2 AI vixens feeding him fucking grapes and singing him hymns and blowing him all day. Like we don't like, ooh, we're fucked, guys. When these
Yeah.
people have like AI whores that are like, they're slaves and treating them like gods, like Apollo.
Yeah.
And they're the scum of the earth slobs. And these are the people that are like going to be making impressions online and voting and all. Like, oh my God, bro. Like, we're
And
so.
then what happens when that AI becomes a physical latex wrapped robot that can actually physically pleasure them also? Because it's not that far off. They're already.
That's what they
Listen,
told me.
if nerds are behind robots, the first thing they are going to do that they're already trying to do is figuring out how to make one blow it.
If you think guys
Obviously.
are pussies now and people like Nick Fuentes are making everybody effeminate, just wait until all these effeminate beta toxic males
that
don't
faggot.
need to pick up women anymore, and they don't even need to be gay anymore because they have a robot now. So they don't even have to be fags anymore. They can just have a robot that blows them all day with a harp.
Where
I
are
was
we?
almost sucked in on the Nick Fuentes thing. I'm like, wow, this dude's fucking really smart. He's like, you know what I'm saying? Like
The
and then-
first time I looked at him, I didn't like his fucking face. That's it.
Anytime
It
you see
started
anybody,
there.
Go write their name on my profile before you make any public anything. Just write their name on my profile. Like, oh, okay, I should have known.
yeah, he
Yeah, but you were saying, Bill, you almost got sucked in.
Oh yeah, but then it was just like he said. He started doing this, like everything antithesis of family, of health, of like
Crazy.
it was like a 180.
Defending
people are doing
Epstein.
Yeah, making
Selling
fucking
his
merch.
Sweater, bro. Like,
Yeah, dude. Like, but that's crazy.
he wasn't a pedophile, okay? They were 15
Yeah.
or whatever the fuck.
That's what I'm saying. You saying, show me proof that he was a pedophile. Like, bro, maybe just don't give him the benefit of the doubt on this one. Maybe just fucking ride it out. Maybe those are just the ones you heard of. Like, fuck, man, that is
But
not
dude,
a good
it
look.
seems so promising, right?
I
Like the
told that
JQ.
shit out like a year ahead of time, too.
Did you?
Of course I did.
First of all, the whole white leader being last name Fuentes, like, I feel like that's fucking with you right there.
Let's
Like,
talk about
that
something else.
right there.
It's not for nothing that a lot of these men that have a direct line into the young growing men, meaning like Fuentes, Tate, Elijah Schaefer, they all have effeminate pedo tendencies, all of them. They're all weirdos. They're all effeminate. They're all toxic to women. They speak to women like garbage. And
Yeah.
these are the men that are teaching faggot, effeminate beta males how to be men. Like, this is not a good recipe. This is not yielding anything positive for man, right? For men. It's yielding a bunch of, just like the left side, they have the green-haired, blue-haired retard that's become a toxic male idiot fag. The Christian side has a more, they think of themselves a little bit more philosophical. You have to philosophize them, but they're leading them in the same direction. They're still becoming degens. They're still closet effeminate twinks. They're still horrible to women, but they hide behind Jesus. And they have people like Fuentes, like Elijah Schaefer, like all of these, Myron Gaines has that also going. All of these people that are teaching these young boys how to be men are anything but men themselves. So it's just interesting, right?
Oh, I saw that where you and Myron going at it a little bit. I was like, oh shit, like there's a lot of things he says that are absolutely hilarious and like.
For sure.
Don't they? A lot of these people just say these right things, right? Like, you know what I mean?
For sure, dude. But at the end of the day, anyways, whatever. That's
He was a Fed, wasn't he?
They wouldn't be
it's
successful if they didn't say stuff that you agreed with. Because if they said
Right.
everything you didn't agree with, they wouldn't be able to sell you the bullshit. I'm not saying I don't know shit about him. I think he's funny as fuck,
Yeah.
but that's all I know. I don't get caught up in a lot of this. So
I do.
yeah.
Whether you
No,
like
I
it or
mean,
not.
I'm glad you do. That's how I know about what's going on. Somewhat. I just look at your shit and I'm like, oh, okay, this dude's a douche. Move on.
Yeah.
But
You gotta be
again,
hitting
I'm not
something.
saying like I believe every single thing you post. I'm not saying I don't either. I'm just saying like I
get it.
again, show me something about you that you can say prove that you've ever lied openly and knowingly. And
Or show
then
a
I'll
pivot in my
question it.
stance,
But
or where I changed the 180 on fucking anything. Never.
yeah, that's what I mean. You're just you through and through. Maybe you're an asshole, but that doesn't mean you're not right. It doesn't mean anything to me.
It doesn't-
Like,
look,
I'm an
what it
asshole
means-
too.
Look, I could be wrong about it. Look, we're probably all wrong about fucking most likely everything at the end of the because everything's fucking
Yeah.
complete bullshit. But I'm not lying to you, and there's no intention of fucking deception. There's none of that shit. I'm telling you what I think. You could not fucking like it. That's your fucking business. But I said it, and fuck off, and it ends there. Like, what else do you want? Like, what else?
that's
Like,
enough
what
for
else do
me.
people want, right?
I see most of your stuff as informative, to be honest, and I don't have to like latch on to everything you say. You know what I mean? There's some stuff I don't even fucking understand where you're at. You know what I mean? Like, you're on a deeper fucking
I know
level.
there's some of it. I'm like, I don't know who that dude he's destroying is, but it's a bad day to be that motherfucker. That's all I know. No clue who he is. But.
Before we finish off, I wanna bring up one thing that's been like going crazy with me. I saw the Archaics fucking interview. All right.
Oh yeah, bro. Fuck.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Oh.
I don't know anything about this.
we gotta talk about Jesus.
Fuck.
I'm sorry, man. I had to bring it up, but like,
It's okay. It's fine. I get it.
I know it's
Better you bring it up than me. You know, I don't. Because every time I bring it up, it's like fuck. You know,
so
not good.
Greek.
What had happened? What I miss?
Greek interpretations. I'll feed it like that. Where we at? Yeah.
okay.
Very bad.
Here we
Look,
go.
What's your question? What do you want to know, man? It's not good.
Well,
Are you going to
I
talk
mean,
about how Jesus was arrested for pedophilia and all that, or is there?
And way worse than that, but yeah, sure.
Yeah, I mean.
So
yeah.
start with that.
I mean,
where does that even come from? Because people are going to be like, "What the fuck is he even talking about? That's crazy." I know you were even reluctant to even bring it up.
Look, I'll say, yeah. Look, this is the thing. Look, I'm Greek Orthodox. I grew up in a Greek home. I don't have any. Why I wrote this article to get this off my chest, because personally it was fucking a problem for me. I had to say, that's how I am. I just have to get it off my chest. That doesn't mean that Jesus and Christianity is my fucking target and I make it my life's mission to fucking talk shit about Jesus and Christians, which I don't. I specifically don't do that, right? I think we have bigger the fuck issues to talk about. Having said that, I got it off my chest, and what I said was some very horrible shit, but I didn't say it in a way to attack anybody. I just want to clarify that. I just said I had to look, dude, imagine you as a Christian coming to terms with these ideas that I'm going to lay forth to you and just holding it in. It's not easy, dude, because like it entails some horrible consequences, right? And, keep things simple, right? This idea we have of Jesus, let's say at the Last Supper. Okay, look at the Last Supper. When you think about that, you'll think of that fresco. Most people will think of that fresco, and you'll think, okay, there's Jesus in the middle, and there's on the side there's the of the disciples, and when you look at them, you'll be like, try to envision them in your mind, right? And you look at them, you're like, okay, there's a bearded guy, brownish hair, and you're trying to describe them. What if I told you that if you actually look at the real historical situation, that all of those dudes around Jesus, none of them had beards because they were 12 to 17 years old.
Yeah.
They were actually men to begin with, guys. They were children. And I get it that 15, 16 years old in that epoch was considered much more advanced as a male, however you want to say that, right? But at the end of the day, they were still 15 years old. Yeah. And the proof of that, there's many proofs of that. But one of them is when they paid the toll to cross, where was that? In Lebanon, I think it was. And they paid the toll. The only people that paid the toll was Jesus and Peter, because Peter was 20 years old. Other than that, nobody else paid the toll because they were not.
Children cross for free.
Children cross for free. So then you got to ask yourself, okay, so all of these conversations, all of these things that Jesus did when he spoke to these, where you were thinking men, were conversations with children. So let's just take a step back. This is going to sound really bad, but just think of it logically. This is how I put myself in the situation and why I had to get it off my chest. Imagine tonight I went out and I'm drinking and we're out at a bazaar, there's a festival. And I just walk into a random house because I'm drunk, and I see a 30-something-year-old man washing the feet of some 10-year-old kid at 3 a.m. And that I know is not his kid or his nephew or none of that. What are you gonna do, bro? Nothing good is gonna happen in that situation, right? If you walked into that and you see some man washing some kid's feet, with some ceremonial ritual shit going on,
Yeah.
how is that situation gonna end? Tell me. It's not gonna fucking end well.
What was the
Yeah.
clothing? What was the clothing situation here?
So, yeah. So look. So that's problem number one, right? When you look at things through this lens, you're like, I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Okay.
I'm not comfortable making that call. I wasn't there. I don't know.
The optics are not fucking great. Let's be honest with ourselves, right? Let's just be honest with ourselves. The optics are not fucking great right now,
Yeah.
right? So, these are the problems that I started having. And the worst part of all of it, I think, is when I started understanding that there's also light side arts. Look, this is going to become dark real quick, but we're all aware of the satanic dark side ritual to an extent, right? Because we've been evangelized it by the conspiracy crowd with adrenochrome and these rituals where they bleed children. There's a lot of truth in that, but there's a lot of lies. And the lies are very specific. And I'll tell you one of them, and I'll tell you how it translates to what we're talking about with Jesus, which is fucking nuts. So, adrenochrome, the lie in adrenochrome is that they feed you this idea that it rejuvenates you and it gets you high, right? It gives you this entheogen-like state of consciousness where the veil lifts and you could see into these other realms, or however the fuck you want to describe that, right?
Yeah.
That's a lie. That's a lie. It's a lie in the sense that there's no psychoactive properties in adrenochrome what the fucksoever. It's adrenalized blood. But what it is, it's a vehicle that you can add substances to, and it will deliver them to you in a fashion that will be more effective. They keep that part away. So they cover this real ritual pharmacon drug usage with traumatic ritual events that freak you out for you not to look further beyond that scope to keep that hidden. So they keep that shit hidden with trauma. Now let's move to the Christian world. It's the antithesis of that. They anoint you. They talk about the oils. The thing is that the oil that they talk about when you anoint, when you Christ something, is not the substance, the compound. It's the delivery system of other compounds. And when you start reading the Bible through a pharmacological sense, you understand that what he was doing was all drug medicinal terms. And when you read it in the original Greek, the Septuagint, for example, all the words are higher scale pharmacological medicinal words, and then through the Latin and then subsequent translations, and then especially the Hebrew, which only has a couple. So Hebrew only has a couple thousand words. Right. Greek had over a million. If you're going to translate something from a super rich language into a dumber one, you're going to lose a lot of substance. They took away all of the pharmacological essence of the Greek words, and they made it a PG-13 version where they removed the ritual and the pharmacon, and they used that to enslave the world. Meanwhile, they were doing rituals that were using the opposite of the dark arts. Instead of a trauma-induced victim that you're fucking beating and traumatizing, it's somebody who's conscious, who's wanting to do it, who gives their consent, lamentation. It's the reversed mirror of the ritual. But they're still feeding them drugs. They're still secreting liquids from the children, and they're still ingesting them. They're just doing it in a way that's more loving, I guess. But it's just as fucking twisted. Wow. Don't get it. So I don't know if that helps or anything, bro, but fuck, man. There's a whole madness going on.
Yeah, there is. I gotta ask, so just indulge me.
I'm gonna tell you. You ask, I fucking
No,
tell
yeah,
you.
no. It's just wild. It's wild. Before I saw that, I never heard that take ever, and it was just
so. Shout out to Sheepdog because he messaged me and was like, "Hey man, I know this is uncomfortable for a lot of people, but I know you can handle it." And he sent me some stuff, and I was like, "My God, man! Like, yeah, that's weird. Okay,
Dude,
that's weird.
Honestly,
That's
I wrote an
strange.
article.
They were young.
It's a thesis, motherfucker. Like, I have a lot of things that... Look, I'm not saying what I'm saying is right, but what I'm saying is there's a lot more merit to a lot of the things that I point out than you'd ever think. I'm not inventing meanings of words. I'm taking straight from the Greek, and I'm telling you what the fuck it means, and I'm sourcing it, and it is what it is, dude. There's no There's no Bible scholar telling you, oh, this is what they really meant. It's like, no, this is what the fucking word means, bro. I don't care what some Hebrew Bible scholar or some fucking academic asshole.
Exactly.
Especially when I'm Greek and I speak Greek. I don't need somebody to tell me what the fuck I'm reading. I know what I'm reading. Thank you.
And even today, when people are like, well, what they said was this, but they meant this. Like, don't fucking tell me what someone meant. And now you're going to tell me from thousands of years ago what they meant? Come the fuck on.
Exactly, dude. So it's all... Exactly. So the conversation's a bad one, and there's a lot of... Look, dude, at the end of the day, this is what it boils down to. All of these real, quote-unquote, religions that have been governing reality behind the scenes forever require fucking children, okay? Children are part of the ritual that allows them to speak to their God. End of story. It's needed. How they get there, if they take the right-handed path, the left-handed path, whatever, the children are still there, and the purpose is still the fucking same, and it's still twisted. And
Why do they have altar boys? Why do they have to be altar boys? Even that.
Look, why is pedophilia so proficient, I would say, in the upper echelons of Christianity, which are likely practicing the real versions? Meanwhile, on the lower levels, it's less proficient. It's because, it speaks for itself, guys. Like, why is there always a kid adjacent to every church, every religion? Doesn't matter what the religion is. It could be Buddhism, all of them. Why is there children stories adjacent to all of them? Atheists, Jews, Islam, I don't care. There's always children involved.
Satanists, all of them.
All of them. Evangelicals,
Interesting point.
Guys, say who you want. Children are always center, and there's a reason for that, and people don't want to have that fucking conversation.
Do you think it's because they think they're closer to God, more connected to God because they're newer, or do you think it's something else? Because I've heard a lot of people mention.
I'll tell you one. Look, I'll tell you. This is gonna be a bad one. This is a super bad one.
No way.
So typically these children are Rh negative blood. I'm sure you've seen that through other conspiracies, like with mind control, how they make the best subjects. There's many reasons for that. One of them is because that blood type. Hold on, let me get my words right, okay? That blood type has a higher likelihood to exacerbate effects of drugs even in your environment. What does that mean? It means that somebody with that blood type, if they're in an environment that has, like, let's say a lake that's slightly contaminated, they may feel a reaction from that, whereas a regular blood type won't. Drugs work better on them, meaning there's a higher likelihood that if they take a Tylenol, it's gonna work on all of us, but if they're gonna take a Tylenol, the chances that its effect get induced are higher with them, but also the side effects are also multiplied in them as well. So they make the perfect test subject for drugs at the end of the fucking day. And it comes back to the whole pharmacological aspect of why these children are used. Because if you're gonna do a ritual where you need to harvest something from a child and you're putting drugs into them, you need the drugs to work. They have to work. So you're gonna use the proper vessel, the temple, the right temple for that. And rather that frequency of the temple is trauma or love, that frequency is used to, energize substances, dude. That's what the fuck is going on.
And it's strongest in children in every aspect.
Yeah, so look, so if you're taking a death inducer, they're all death, birth, resurrection cults, right? You're taking a death inducer drugs, usually a concoction of all kinds of psychoactive drugs. There's all kinds of, there's libraries of different concoctions from all kinds of medical sources in ancient Greeks. Like, it's not fringe bullshit. Like, this was talked about all the time, normal. In the Eleusinian mysteries, they would drink the kykeon. It's part of the Greek culture and all of the ancient cultures that created civilization. So this is the part that's fucking twisted. When I learned this, bro, I took a fucking, I'm like, oh man, I didn't want to know that. So why are young boys in particular used, right? So here's the thing. If you take a bunch of death-inducing drugs, psychoactive drugs and theogens, and you fucking take too much and you go past the point of return, right? Your body has, your mind has left your body, I shall say, right? and this is medically backed. This is what's crazy. One way to get that mind back into the body is to have the body ingest the most primal DNA possible closest to God.
Really?
Okay. Listen, this is where it gets crazy. This is where it gets horrible. What is considered the most pure DNA, uncorrupted, closest to creation? It's that of a prepubescent boy. His secretions, specifically. And the rest you could probably piece together.
Yeah. It's a hot commodity within the church.
I'm just saying, guys, fuck, man.
Is there nothing
here we
good?
Sorry, man. What do you want me to fucking tell you?
The truth. That's all we
Yes,
want.
That's why we're here. That's why we're here. We want it.
Truth, fire, and purpose, bro. That's the only reason we're here. That's the name of this episode.
It's all bad.
So what's the name of the book again? One more time.
Harder to program.
Harder to program. When do you think
Yeah.
we're gonna have that out?
I'm at the last chapter now, so.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Yeah.
How many chapters?
12. And what I'm thinking, I think I have a good idea here. So we'll see what happens, obviously, right? So harder to program. I explained to you what the premise of the book is to show you how psyops work, what's the commonalities, what's the ritual part of it, and how these all affect you psychologically to make you react. All of these things, and I try to break it down in a way that you can. It's like 4 points for each one, where you could look at any situation and just think about those 4 points, and you could automatically divide it, right? I try to make it stupid proof. But what I want to do follow up is, I want to make like a, excuse me, like a PG version, right? Where parents could give it to their kids, because kids are the ones that have their fucking tablet in their face all day and they have no clue how they're being manipulated. So I need to make like a PG version that they could read and understand that how they're being controlled at all times, and at least be conscious and mindful of your reactions before you give them what they want, before you even thought about it, right?
Very cool.
So that's my idea. Try to do something
So
good. I don't know.
If when it comes out, you want to come back and push your book,
Yes.
you're more than welcome
Yeah,
to.
man, that'll be cool.
Obviously.
No, look, dude, I'm not like, I think it's a good, like, I'm trying to do like, I've learned fucking something by doing all this fucking craziness for all these years, and I just try to put it in a way that can not overblow people, enough to help you and to set you on the right track, right? At least I could fucking do, right?
That's awesome.
Is it going to be out on like Amazon and shit? Or are you doing it that way where they press it and send it out for you? Or are you doing
Yeah,
it?
I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it whatever way's easiest. I'm not here to fucking.
Yeah, that's how it's going to be. It's going to be Amazon and whatever. You literally upload
What's
your
the Amazon? Like, I'm not
fucking
breaking
text.
my fucking head. I'm not doing this to, I don't give a shit. I just want to help you guys get it out there. I don't give a fuck, bro.
Yeah, they'll literally print up the books for you and send it
Yeah.
out. I know a few people who did their books that way, so that's probably the easiest way. There's a few of them, but yeah, you literally upload the text, upload the imagery you want for the cover, and they'll make it just like a shirt. They'll do it all. So that'll be awesome. Get that shit out. So I do want to ask you, just because it's been in a lot and there's a lot of shit going on with it, what do you think, like, I feel like they're trying to start a fucking race war. And I know you're not here in America, but there's a lot of shit going on with this. Do you think that that's a potential of what they're trying to do? Do you think that's a distraction? Because that's part of it for me, but like,
All
they're
this
just
racist
pumping
shit's
it a
been
lot.
amped up.
With-
It's all
with,
been amped
with
up.
the whole Chud thing, and with now all these fucking videos of black people fighting on all of
It's funny,
social
you know, I
media
exposed
all the
Chud,
time,
too.
and
I exposed Chud, and like 2 weeks later, this whole fucking thing happened with him. It's so funny.
yeah.
Yeah, another shitcoin. Chud the shitcoin, right? Like, that's all I need to know. Anyways, and again, he has the pedo mustachio, and he got caught with that black lady that was apparently,
Oh yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
fucking
like,
tranny.
like, again, a feminine Twinkie. It's the same template as what we spoke about earlier.
Damn
Chud
it.
falls under the same fucking thing. He's
Damn it.
teaching
Yeah.
men how to be men by being a racist prick who's a twink, who's an asshole to women, who has a pedo mustachio, who's selling a shitcoin. It's the same fucking story, guys. Like, I'm sick of it.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. So, like, are they pushing, like, because I should have never heard of this motherfucker, but all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he's everywhere. And I'm like, why? Like, they have to be pushing this for a reason. He's being allowed to get millions and millions of views and be pushed by all these accounts for a reason. So, is that reason the same reason they're pushing all these black people fighting videos, that they're actually trying to start it? Or
with
is it
the
just
whole,
fucking
fatigue,
they have
black
plans
fatigue.
for him? Like, I don't know. I know you're not in America right now, but like,
Look, take a step back, right? We could step back and we could blame it on the Jews to one degree and say all these race baiting wars. It's
oh,
always
thank
these
God.
Jews that like these white guys.
Thank God.
But it's 99% of the time though that is the case.
I was gonna say.
No,
And
yeah,
scene.
I mean, it really is though. So
So chud, what does chud mean? It means, if you look at the Urban Dictionary, it means like a literally. Hold on, because I wrote it in the post too. It means like a tunnel dwelling, like basically.
Yeah.
So
A
like,
low life, basically. Yeah.
and oh yeah, by the way, Chud the Builder, what's his name? His middle name is fucking Levy. That's a little bit weird. No, they always leave his middle name out when they write him.
yeah,
Whatever the fuck his name is, but they
early
leave
life.
Levy out.
Always check the
Levy.
early life section.
Interesting. I'm just saying. I'm not saying he's a Jew, but
He's Jew adjacent for sure.
he's a guest. Like there's all these.
6 degrees for sure. 6 degrees.
Now, I mean, look, I'm still naive in the way, and maybe it's not naive, whatever. When I meet someone, it has zero to do with their nationality. It has zero to do with any of that. It has to do with my interaction with them. I will match your energy. If you're a fucking idiot, you're a fucking idiot. Yes, it does seem to be that there sometimes are more fucking idiots in some groups than others. But it's just, I definitely think all of this is pushed by them in order to distract us from the real goal. Like if we're like it's the black people, it's the white people, no one ever looks at the higher thing, because like when you mention that to people, it's automatically like, well, what about the Irish? What about them?
It's like another Democrat Republican kind of fucking thing, right?
Yeah,
Black and white,
exactly.
Democrat.
It's just another way.
I'll explain to you how this. I'm not going to talk about the race war, but I'll talk about it with, let's say, with the JQ question, and the
Yes,
other side,
please.
which will go to like the Crown and the Vatican and the Jesuits. And
Yeah.
all that. Okay, so I'll start by saying this is how I bridge all the gaps. If tomorrow, by just some magic, all the Jews, all the Jesuits, all the Knights of Malta, all the Teutonic Knights, all the Crown, all the Vatican, they were all to disappear tomorrow. Not die, let's just say we all put them off on another planet, they're all happy somewhere else. Okay.
Yeah.
Would you be any more free? The answer is no, you will not be any freer. So it's not any one of these groups or people, but all of them and more. Now, the problem is that people on the JQ side will be like, it's the Jews, 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 to the point where they'll diminish Masonry, Knights of Malta, the Crown, the Vatican, because it's all under the control of Judaism. On the other side, which tends to be infested with a lot of Jews, surprisingly, they'll point to the Knights of Malta, to the Jesuits, and they'll say that the Jews are the scapegoats. Both sides are lying to you. Both sides are holding up the same deception. It's all of this and more. You need to call them all out, burn them all to the fucking ground if you want. If you want to be fair, call them all the fuck out. They're all fucking garbage. Don't say, oh no, these are the scapegoats, it's really them, or the other way around. It's all of these motherfuckers. Be honest with it. That's where I come in and say, no, everybody's an asshole. Everybody's shielding something while torching another. Everybody has an ulterior motive here, and I don't like that shit.
Yeah.
Shit.
That makes sense, right?
Yeah,
It really is
no,
all
does.
of them.
It fucking sucks. It's
I
so
do get
depressing.
bummed sometimes when
So
people's
depressing.
answer is always like, I get that it's all of them, but people's answer all the time is just like, it's all of them. Like I know it's all of them, but like, can we go further than that a little bit? Like,
Yeah,
just a
but,
little bit. Like,
well, this is the thing, right? When you have that conversation, you just got to split it to like, are we talking about like physical reality, or like we talk about like spiritual energies, evil beyond that? Because that's where it gets fucking nuts here, right? So you
Right.
got to
Yeah.
compartmentalize into like, what are we talking about here, right? Let's start
Yeah.
start with the base conversation.
yeah, let's reel it in. Find where we're at. Fuck.
Yeah, it's convoluted, and look, people use the truth a lot to shield things and to, cast doubt on other. Like truth is used to lie to you more than you think. Put it that way.
Yeah.
But I hear
So,
that
Trump 2028, huh?
For sure.
Going
Yeah.
on.
I hear that the relationship between Israel and us are crumbling. Is that true? I mean,
Dude, listen.
I heard it on the news, bro.
No, I've documented this. Every other time that Trump has had any kind of, friction with Netanyahu or Israel, it's always followed up with like a brand new Palantir contract or a new war or a missile or a bombing or it's always followed up by the exact reason why you should never have fucking believed them to begin with. So, every time there's a supposed friction, he always doubles down on why this was bullshit and it was used just to trick you into the next stage. Always. It's the same shit.
You know what Trump has totally solidified for me, and not that I didn't know it before, but like you have some doubt, like maybe, like that voting will never matter ever. And thank God I have never voted, because I've always been like, that's way too much of a hassle. Like, go get registered, fuck all that. I just never did, and now I'm so glad I never did, because it clearly makes no fucking difference, man. The dude has done everything that he said he wouldn't do, and like, if he saves us all, I will happily be the first to admit I was wrong. So don't be like, you're gonna feel sorry. Like, I won't feel sorry. I'll be happy. But it's not gonna fucking happen.
It's a very unique way of doing it, I would say. If that's what he's doing.
Yeah. He's been lubing my fucking butthole for 4 years now. Can we fucking get on with something? Or
situations, I guess.
He's just waiting for year 17. Then that's when it's all gonna happen, bro. That's when it's all gonna go down. Year 17.
You know, that's the problem. If it wasn't for Q, man, and things and Trump, all these people that have been pacified for the last almost 10 freaking years would have lost their shit a long time ago. And those are the people that were the direct threat to the system. And he specifically fucking pacified the direct threat to the system. All of these people, bro, family oriented, or two-way, don't fuck with my land. My kind of people, salt of the earth.
Yes.
Leave them all pussies. Waiting on
it was a targeted approach. It went after exactly and worked exactly on who it was supposed to work on. Because there's people, like, don't get me wrong, I have no problem with most MAGA people. Like,
I'm more aligned with them.
Yes,
right,
exactly.
yeah. Right, yeah.
Like, yes, I agree with most of what they agree with, but he's not your savior. He's not coming. So if, like you said, if those people would have been like, if Biden would have won again, or if I can't even concoct whatever other candidate there would have been. But if they would have won and people weren't behind it, maybe these powerhouses would have got together and done something. Maybe.
Dude,
but
not only that, it's worse than that. Imagine this, bro. This is how crazy the world is, right? A Kamala victory, dude. Kamala could barely put together a word salad. You think she would have put $1 trillion into a data center infrastructure and rolled out mRNA 2.0 and fucking biometric doors, all these things in record time, Palantir up the ass? This mother Trump gets shit done, and that's the fucking
That's a great fucking point.
warp speed. Warp speed.
Somebody like Kamala that doesn't get anything done and just fucking talks all day, that would have been better. Unfortunately, like, as crazy as that is, that would have been better.
You're
I
right,
should have
and
voted for Kamala.
he doesn't give a fuck about what people think of him. So he could do it sociopathically, just fucking go. They press a button
He
and
literally said when he was talking about, like, I know this is a small thing, but he literally said when they were talking about how prices are going up for Americans, he's like, yeah, I don't care. Like, this is what we're doing. Like, that's irrelevant. This is what we're doing. Like, if any other president ever would have said that, it would have been all over. President says he doesn't care about the American people. And, like,
No, bro,
Fox ignored it. All these other people
just
just
to wake us
ignored
up,
it.
man. It's just to wake us up.
The problem is with that thought. So we need to wait for the dumbest, last sleepyhead motherfucker to wake up before we do anything. Is that the fucking plan?
Yeah.
Wait for the last NPC retard to wake up. Just call it quits right now, dude. Fuck it. There's no point.
The thing that bothered me the most and that I think tipped the scale for me is that, like, yes, you can look at my history on social media, and I was always critical of Biden because it was easy. And I was less critical of Trump because, again, I agree more with most of the stuff he did until recently. But when I saw the MAGA people not saying anything about the things that Trump was doing that they would have said something about if Biden would have done it.
To anybody else. Anybody.
I was like,
anybody.
Yeah,
you're
right.
not genuine anymore. I can't respect you because you're not being genuine. That's it. I'm done at that point.
Dude, it's the same as like, I nail on these things. That's why MAGA in particular doesn't like me. Like why I particularly step on MAGA when I expose pedophilia is because they're the ones waving the fucking Save the Children banners, but they accept pedophilia in their own ranks or will turn a blind fucking eye to it. Nah, bro. They're like, ethics and principles are first, and party lines are like a distant last, bro, after all this bullshit. You guys are twisted. You're literally, you're going to war to save children for freedom. Meanwhile, you're turning a blind eye to injustice against children and your freedom getting fucking laundered to Israel daily. And you're turning a blind eye to that for some better, I don't know what. Like this is madness, bro.
That to me was my point, because I was like, I give people the benefit of the doubt, probably more than I should, but I have a very strict moral compass. And once I know that you've crossed that, it's over. There's no redeeming yourself after that.
And anything
That's
you
it.
do, what's the problem? Once you pass that point, anything you do that shows goodness is seen obliquely at that point, because you're so dirty that it's over for me. But like, it's over. You could be as good as you want to be. I know you're still a fucking rat.
Yeah, I assume anything good you're doing now is just to cover up the bad shit you're doing. Because I know your shit swung that way. That's it. Yeah, exactly. If I know you're capable of that, you're gonna do that every time. That's it. That's so. The point is, once you break that, it's done, and that has been broken for me with all of this bullshit. Because people who I thought were like, okay, I see where you're coming from. If you look at things that way, I can get with you behind that. But then once there's some things that, like, there's no justifying that. There's no angle you can take for this. And then I see them digging their fucking heels in and taking an angle. It's done, because I can't respect the way you think anymore. I can't, because you know that what you're saying is wrong, and you're still willing to say it just because you want to defend Trump or whatever it may be. In this case, we're talking about Trump.
They're defending their trauma bond, because again, when you attack Trump, they're back to
Never thought of it that way.
all over again, right? So that they're gonna freak out, bro. Trump didn't wake anybody up. He literally awakened them out of slumber and put them straight into a fucking coma. And that's the hardest person to wake up, because they think they're already awake. So they're like solidified in their deception, right? The deception has been calcified into their ego. It's a big problem.
Okay, so last big question. Clearly, like you just said, people have fucking sucked to the Trump magnet, right? And then you have the left side that has sucked to the fucking absolute insane. Like, it's just ridiculous. Let's just say that. What caused that? What was it? Because most of our early lives, things were kind of normal. Pretty normal. I mean, I know there was shit going on behind the background.
Maybe we just knew less. We knew less.
Yeah, but like, people weren't not inviting family members to Thanksgiving because of who they voted for president. Like, that wasn't happening back then, and now it's happening on a grand scale. COVID, blah, blah, blah. But what do you think it was that flipped that fucking switch that made everybody go and fucking dig in on their side? Not everybody, not people like us who can just fucking look at it, but like, most of the population has now dug in, and there is no changing what they think. None. What caused that? Was it a plan? Was it a moment? Was it a fucking event? I don't know, man. I'm lost.
Again, look, man, we've gone through, doesn't matter what side of fence you're on. In the last couple of years, we've all went through a lot of psychological operations. Yeah. Maybe more so than were at least apparent in any times past, COVID, fucking, and now we have AI, the behavioral, all of the metrics, all of the understanding from everything that's been going on. There's never been a time like this before in the world, right? Like, they've been able to juice and milk all kinds of data and information from these psyops. And
Yeah.
while that's happening, you can't look. The algorithm gives us what we need to know, everything. Whether that's people or all of a sudden not having dinner with their families anymore, like you said, and that didn't happen before. I don't take that at face value because that's presented to you on a screen for a reason. It just wasn't before. And before that, the data wasn't available. Like now we have access to so much data that they could pick and choose what they deliver to you. Back in the day, there was less of a pool of information, so they just go for whatever's going to gaslight you the most, right? Now they just have more information to fine tune the deception, to give you a clearer false image of the world, right? And you're looking at this image, you're looking at this image of your country, which is complete fucking bullshit, and how you look to the world is complete fucking bullshit. And it's happening conversely to other places. They see you a lot differently than you think they see yourself, and they are very different than you think. Everybody's confused, everybody's lied to, nobody's like what you think they are. If you travel the world and you go visit, the world is nothing the fuck like you think it is, what you see on any fucking screen. The world's a beautiful place, people are generally good people. You know, like it's really not what you see on screens, and that's why I'm a big advocate for travel, bro. It fucking soothes the soul. It makes you understand that, look, every time I turn on the screen, I'm seeing all this stuff. And then when I go to Greece, when I go to Mexico, when I travel to the States, when I travel to Colombia, when I travel to Peru, it's nothing like any of that. So, you know, so the question, and then when I'm there, I see how it's reversed on them too. They're fucked with too, right? So you can't trust any of that. The whole thing is a lie.
Because I'm always doing this to Ted. I'm like, it's this. It's
the whole concept.
It's this. Like, it's fucking is.
Our whole scope of understanding is skewed, right? It's skewed at all times.
Everything.
I don't think we need to physically need a chip, dude. Take the chip, dude. I think we already took it. Honestly,
They don't need to. You know, there's no point. Like I said, even just the fear of the chip is like everything is used to fuck you. Whether they're gonna do it or not is almost irrelevant. They're still gonna get where they need to go, regardless of if you take the fucking chip or not, right?
And here we
Well, Sir Escanor, my man, Jesus, we knew, but we had no idea.
Cool. Talking about a lot of crazy shit, right?
No, but like honestly, I feel like I could talk to you for hours because there's 10 things that I could think of just to hear your take on, because you're honest. That's what I like. You say what you fucking think, and you don't get butthurt when someone doesn't agree with you, and we don't either. Like, that's how it should fucking be. Like, talk. That's it.
You know, I'll tell you one difference is with me, with most people. I hope I'm wrong on fucking everything I say.
Okay.
I'm begging to be fucking wrong, whereas all these other people are like, they're hoping to be right. I'm like, no, man, I hope I'm retarded and I have fucking multiple personality issues, and this is all in my head. That'll be the best case fucking scenario, guys.
Wish granted. Wish granted.
Well,
no,
you're just
I'm kidding.
gonna have to start
No,
making a lot less sense then, bro. Okay, that's all I'm saying. If you can make a lot less sense, then you'll be all right.
You'd be all right.
I know. Fuck.
So who's the next person you're gonna take down? Who are we looking at?
I played by ear, dude. I don't know. I have a lot of fucking.
That's what's
silver
crazy.
bullets in my back pocket.
Like you said, you store some stuff, and it's like it must be divine intervention, or you just pick the right time to put that shit out. Where it's like you put something out, and I'm like, I don't know who this person is, and then 2 days later, I see them popping up everywhere, like in the fucking news, and I'm like, oh, that's who he was talking about. Like, what the fuck is that, man?
Yeah,
how you ahead of the curve?
You know,
CIA op.
Yeah, right. I look at it this way, right? Like, look, what I do, what I try to do, whatever that means, is I try to have maximum good impact at the right time for the right audience to help them. So I just try to time that with whoever the fuck it is that's on the roller coaster today, right? I just play it by ear. Like, it doesn't matter what story comes out, there's like a 90% chance I already have receipts on it, and I just need to find something very specific and fucking nail it, right? That's usually where I'm at.
It's crazy.
That works.
I wouldn't even ask where you get your receipts because that
It's-
would take
it's
the
just
magic
being a
away.
maniac on fucking X for all these years. There's no secret. And I'll tell you, look, actually, you know what? I'll tell you 2 pro tips that I keep telling people and I keep showing them that it works, right? One, when you go after anybody or anything, always keep your silver bullet, at least one of them in your back pocket. Don't come firing with all of your bullets. You, in fact, when you weave your story, giving them a little bit of wiggle room to respond is actually a good fucking thing. Make them think they have some kind of an out. Give them the balls to respond is a win, especially when you have a silver bullet in your back fucking pocket. And number 2, this is the best key, and I keep telling people this, and it worked with this Austin Franco thing. I did it in real time. I'm good at what I do, but there's a lot of smart motherfuckers out there that have a lot of receipts, that have really small accounts, that don't have the balls or
Yes.
the audience to do what they can do. When they see somebody like me that has the balls to come out point man and say what needs to be said, my DMs get loaded, guys. People are like, yo, Escanor, good on you. Did you know this? And they start connecting fucking
Yes.
all kinds of pieces. And it happens like clockwork with everybody because, dude, I don't care. You know, I've come to the point where I can see if I sense enough red flags, like, you know, the guy's fucking vow of silence, Palantir fucking give, send, go, poly, like for me, that's enough red flags that I'm gonna be like, hey, I'm gonna go out balls out, and I know I'm gonna get enough backup, and I'm gonna find out more shit because I see the landscape. There's enough red flags, I'm gonna find dirt, and I have confidence. Once you do that, it'll all start coming in, guys. Just do it. Have some balls. Fuck everybody. That's what I told them.
Exactly. There's one last thing I want to say in the point of, because a lot of people think that you're just out there to fuck with people. And I will say, I witnessed it. It's a small example in the comments. I'm sure you don't even remember it a long time ago because, first of all, let me just point out, for any man to tell any other man what he should or shouldn't post on his fucking social media, to me, is the gayest fucking thing that anyone can ever say. So you have no clue why I'm posting what I'm posting. Maybe I'm posting it to see the people that follow me, if they believe it, and their reactions. I'm always doing different things. But one time, this account, Jason Bjorn, I posted an AI video. I didn't even say any words. I just posted it to see people's reaction. And they tried to get you to come after me. And they're like, you know this is bullshit. And you're like, dude, I don't go after people for stuff like that. And that was it. And it just ended. And I was like, he's not just trying to start drama. He's picking what he's doing. So, because you could have fucking trashed me in some way. Like, I can assure you, you won't find any dirt on me because I'm fucking boring. But you could have went after me. But it was like, it wasn't worth it to you. Just moved on. So it's not like you're just trying to start shit. You're finding stuff and applying it where it needs to be applied and not where it doesn't need to be.
But we've always had this respect too. You know what I mean? Like he's always like, even with that Maverick thing, he fucking pounced all over Maverick when we were fucking going at him. Like,
yeah, fuck that faggot.
It was just.
That's a whole story too.
See?
There you go.
You can tell us that when you come back with your book, man.
Yes.
When do you think it's going to be done? When do you? I'm not asking you for an exact date, like just a rough time.
Well, look, man. I should finish the last chapter. I don't know, man. Fucking maybe by the next week, and then I gotta do what? Forward, and like the rest is bullshit. So I don't know, maybe 2 weeks, and then. But then I have no idea how much the time is for the whole.
So maybe a couple months tops. Maybe a couple months.
Nah, I think. Let's say I were to be done the book today. As far as writing it, I'd have to go send it for review and then publishing. I'm assuming that's like a 3 to 5 week process, right? So, I'm a couple weeks plus 3 to 5 weeks. I think is the fucking scope. I guess. I don't know. I haven't done it before, so I don't know what the hell to tell you, right?
Yep, few months. So yeah, once it comes out, if you want to come back and talk about it, push it more, and we can get in a lot of shit.
Live or something.
Let's do that.
Yeah, cool, man. I think it'll be cool.
The whole time.
That's a good idea.
Sir Escanor, harder to program, fucking harder to catch shit on him. Harder to bury.
Once it's out, let me know. I'll buy a copy and I'll put it in my stack over here of authors that I actually have talked to. I love it. Anybody.
That's pretty cool.
It's better than some douche nozzle you never met.
Oh, plug your Substack real quick so we can get people to go there.
What?
Your Substack, where do we go?
Sir Escanor on Substack.
Okay, so that's
Everywhere, Sir Escanor.
Yeah, if you write Sir
If you
Escanor
have any
everywhere,
links-
and the Hopium
if you ha-
Slayer on YouTube.
If you have any links you want me to put under it, I'll try to find them myself. But if you have any extras you want me to put under the episode, I'll happily put them under.
Yeah, or I can message you wherever whatever. No
Yeah, on Twitter. I follow you. You follow me. You can just message DM me on Twitter. That's the easiest way. Just, you know, don't be a fucking stranger. But anyway, before we wrap up, don't forget to go to phoneboothpodcast.substack.com where you got the merch, you got all the stuff. Go check that out, everything, and then go to Can-Am Bullion, canambullion.com. Get your gold, silver, platinum, coins, bars, bullion. It comes to your house in a nondescript package. Nobody will know it's fucking bullshit. You actually hold it in your hands. It's not one of those things where you're like, hey, you have this much silver in an account. We don't do that bullshit. So go check that out.
No shit coin.
Yeah, no shit coins. We don't do that. Once the power goes out, there'll be fucking nothing there. So that's what I go to. So anything you want to say to anybody before we wrap up?
It was fun, Bo. Thanks for having me, man. It was cool.
Man, it was fun, dude. Thank you, dude.
We appreciate you.
Yeah, man, you're the man.
Thank you for coming back again. Let us know when your book comes out. We will fucking do it whenever. Anytime you see a live stream and want to jump on, just let us know in the comments there.
Yeah.
Fuck some people up. It'll be a good time.
Yes, sir.
I always love it. It's always good to disagree respectfully. That's all we want to do here. Talk, disagree respectfully. If you disagree, that's all. It was a great time. Appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, brother.
Be cool, guys. Thank you.
All right, man.
All right, good night, everybody. Peace.
Ciao.